Yo, it's your boy Jay Sports. Y'all know the vibes. And today we're gonna talk about NFL honors, the winners, the losers. But most importantly, we're gonna talk about how Drake Maye was robbed for an MVP this season and how Matthew Stafford got a pity MVP. Let's get into it and let's talk about it. What does MVP mean? Most valuable player. And when we thinking about the most valuable player, how are we gonna sit here and say that Matthew Stafford was more valuable than Drake Maye? Nobody thought the Patriots would be as good as they were in the regular season. They were a top 10 offense. And look at the weapons Drake Maye was playing with. He was playing with a guy named Demario Douglas, a small slot receiver. Keyshawn Uti, who is our deep threat, who is not as good when compared to other deep threats against the league. Old Stephon Diggs, who did get 1,000 yards, so he was very serviceable this season. Then we had Trayvon Henderson, a rookie running back, who was very shaky, very inconsistent, not a good blocker, barely had playing time. Ramondre Stevenson was our main running back, New England Patriot. Then you had Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper. These are the weapons Drake Maye is playing with and elevating. Also, his O-line was banged up in and out most of the season. We know the left tackle, Will Campbell, the rookie, hurt. He got banged up. But then we're going to look at Matthew Stafford's weapons. He's playing with all pros on his team. He got Devontae Adams, who's an all-pro. Puka Nacua, who's an all-pro. Ivan Williams there. These are what he's playing with. And when we are comparing weapons, it is not even close. Not a conversation. Not close at all. The man Drake Maye is in a lesser situation, but some way, somehow, offensively, you telling me Matthew Stafford was better this season? Matthew Stafford had the most touchdowns from the 1 yard line in NFL. Is that the metric we're going to judge MVPs by? What is making Matthew Stafford having a better season than Drake Maye? Because we look at the numbers, Drake Maye is leading in way more categories than way more categories than Matthew Stafford. Shout out to 13 people that's in the live. It was a pity MVP. All right. They said we got to give the MVP to somebody. I just don't understand how what's the criteria for the MVP in the NFL? It keeps changing. And every year, it just keeps getting, the criteria changes. It's very inconsistent. It's very interesting, right? So when we go at the numbers, let's look at the numbers. Because I don't understand how this guy just made it to the MVP. Hold on, let me bring up the numbers for you guys. Let me see. Let me share the screen. So we're looking at the MVPs, right? From 2015 to 2025, the top two seeds, no time win the MVP because we agree that winning should be factor into that. But some way, somehow, we got a wild card team making the playoffs. Yeah, that's crazy. And then we look at Drake Maye first 4 years versus the last 4 MVP winners. Drake Maye, better stats than Patrick Mahomes, basically. Lamar Jackson clears Lamar Jackson in passing yards, better receiving yards. Let's see which other ones. We got Josh Allen, clears Josh Allen. And now we have. So let's really dissect this and really talk about this, okay? Drake Maye has a higher completion percentage One of the highest all-time historical completion percentage. More passing yards, Matthew Stafford. I guess when we got better weapons, you're going to have more passing yards. More yards per attempt. More passing yards per game. More passing touchdowns. Most of these touchdowns, these 46, is very deceiving because most of them are from the 1 yard line, 1 yard touchdowns, but that's neither here nor there. Same amount of picks. But then when we go to ratings, QBR, Drake Maye. But then when we go from rushing, it's not a conversation. So I just need to know how the heck did Matthew Stafford win this MVP? Like, what screams that he's a better player? What screams that he's the MVP? What's the criteria for the MVP? Because when we saw last season with Lamar Jackson versus Josh Allen, when he got that pity MVP, it's not even that. That, whatchamacallit MVP? The controversial MVP, because these MVP contests, again, very controversial. His DEI MVP that Josh Allen got last season. Lamar Jackson had the better stats, but yeah, Josh Allen somehow won. Drake Maye got the better stats, but somehow Matthew Stafford is the MVP. What is the president the NFL is trying to create? What is the criteria? I just need to know. It's a serious question because this criteria is getting inconsistent. Drake Maye's numbers screamed MVP. When you look at that Patriots roster, they overachieved. Do you want to think they would be a top 10 defense in the league? You didn't think that they were going to be the best team in the AFC East. Nobody thought that they would be the second seed and could have been the number 1 seed in the AFC. Nobody saw that coming into the season. Nobody thought they were going to win over 10 games and only have 2 losses on their record. Nobody thought this. This did not happen overnight. But somehow Matthew Stafford is getting this pity MVP because he's been in the league. He got a lot of friends, and a lot of his friends just voted for him. Like, come on, son. These are not like godly numbers. In 2023, Lamar won MVP because of his situation, and Dak had the better numbers. Then in 2024, Josh Allen won MVP because of his situation, despite Lamar having the best numbers. And tonight, Stafford won the MVP because of his numbers, despite May having the situation argument. So what is the argument? How do we decide what the MVP? What are the voters looking at for you to say XYZ is MVP? Drake Maye was first in completion percentage, pass rating, and yards per attempt. And you be telling me that man's not an MVP? So what's an MVP in the NFL? What makes you the most valuable player as a QB in the NFL? I need to know. We as the people need to know. Now, this was a highway robbery. Josh Allen versus Lamar Jackson. I still don't know how Josh Allen got it. When you talk about Lamar wiping the floor with him, the only thing Josh Allen had more of was rushing touchdowns. But somehow Josh Allen got the MVP over Lamar. Like, I'm not understanding it. And then when we look at the votes, this is when the troll stuff started happening. Stafford had 24 first place votes. Drake Maye had 23 first place votes. Josh Allen had 2 first place votes. Christian McCaffrey had 0. Trevor Lawrence had 0. Whoever voted for Justin Herbert, whoever thought it was okay to say Justin Herbert was an MVP, they need to take their voting rights away from them. We need to know what they look like and who they are. Because there's no way on this God-given green earth that Justin Herbert should have had a first place vote. Justin Herbert's not even a top 10 quarterback in this league. Yeah, it's getting nasty. But you ain't tell me that vote that could have put Drake Maye over the top could have possibly have him win MVP and went to Justin Herbert? Justin Herbert don't got a case in this planet, in this lifetime, the next lifetime, the lifetime after this, to have an MVP vote. What did he do that was so spectacular? Now, whoever voted for Justin Herbert, you need to rethink about life and your decisions. So Matthew Stafford total TDs 46-35. Total TDs without the 1 yard touchdowns is 38-32. So now becomes a closer conversation. A good chunk of his touchdowns is from the 1 yard line. But this is a very controversial MVP. I don't agree. Drake Maye should have been MVP. I'm sorry my boy had to go through this. Um, Hopefully he wins the Super Bowl. Let the haters know. Like, yeah, let the haters know. I got an MVP. I think it's gonna add fuel to the fire when it comes to the Super Bowl because now it's like the Patriots already are underdogs. Their back is against the wall. Mike Vrabel's coaching these guys. These guys hear the noise. And people think Seattle's gonna blow them out the water. It's not gonna be competitive. They believe New England Patriots don't deserve to be in the Super Bowl. They shouldn't be there. I mean, hey, this is gonna light the fire. Drake Maye's gonna be like, y'all didn't thought I was the MVP. Y'all gonna play me like this? Now I'm gonna show you I'm a Super Bowl champion. If Drake Maye goes out here and wins a Super Bowl and plays good, subpar, I don't care how he plays, to be honest with you. As long as he's not terrible, he can play mid. That man is a top 5 QB in this league. Because nobody would have thought the Patriots were going to do what they did and do it the way that they did it. Pro Football Hall of Fame, class of 2027. I don't know what the committee got against the New England Patriots, but this is an all-time tragedy. Drake Maye got snubbed for his MVP. They said Robert Kraft doesn't deserve to be in there. They said Bill Belichick don't deserve to be in there. So I don't know what's going on with the Patriots controversy. Y'all gotta let that hate and dislike out y'all hearts. But this is crazy. But shout out to Rob, Big Ben, AJ Peterson, Rich Sherman, Cam, Antonio, Alex Math, Andrew Whitworth, Eric Neto, Jared McCoy, Le'Veon Bell, Joe Hayden, Malcolm Jenkins, Brandon Brooks, Dante Hightower, and Ryan Kurgan. I think Rob is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Big Ben's a first ballot Hall of Famer. AJ Peterson is a first ballot. Richard Sherman's a first ballot. I think Cam Newton's a first ballot Hall of Famer. You talking about the MVP of the league. Talking about a guy who took his team to the Super Bowl with barely any offensive weapons and help. I think Antonio Brown, you're talking about arguably a top 10 wide receiver, one of the best receivers we ever seen. Alex Mack, Le'Veon Bell, very elite, dynamic running back. Dante Hightower, one of the greatest linebackers of all time. It's going to be a fun class, man. So the Pro Football Hall of Fame class of 2026 was Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald, Luke Kuechly, Adam Vinatieri, and Roger Craig. I think this is a great class. Drew Brees, arguably top 5 quarterback all time, top 10 quarterback all time. Larry Fitzgerald, one of the greatest wide receivers of all time, top 10 wide receiver. Luke Kuechly, top 3 linebacker of all time, arguably one of the greatest linebackers. You're talking about IQ, being able to read the field. The only thing is he had a short-lived prime because of injuries. But when he's on top of his game, he's on top of his game. Adam Vinatieri, we know one of the greatest kickers of all time. And then Roger Craig. This was a very solid Pro Football Hall of Fame class. Let me see what else I got in here for you guys. No, there was something else I want to discuss, but I can't find it right now. I don't see how it just disappeared. I just want to talk about the NFL honors, and then we're going to talk about Cooper Flag for a little bit, and then I think that's going to be the end of today's show. Matthew Stafford, unfortunately, won the MVP. Should have won it. It's a tragedy. Yeah. Mike Vrabel was Coach of the year, shout out to Mike Vrabel. Turn around the Patriots. Looking, listen, man. Y'all thought Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, y'all thought the Patriots done. Well, guess what? Now it's Drake Maye, Mike Vrabel. It's about to get scary quickly. Comeback player of the year was Chris McCaffrey, well deserved. Offensive player of the year was JSN. I agree. He had one of the best wide receiver seasons we ever seen. He's one of the best wide receivers in the league. Myles Garrett, historical season for him. Most sacks in NFL history. Shout out to Myles Garrett. AP Rookie of the Year, Ted McMillan. Ted Aroa McMillan. It's well deserving of him. I feel that. AP Defensive Rookie of the Year, Carson Schwarzenegger, Browns linebacker. Well deserved. Next Gen Stat Moments by Amazon. Caleb Williams, game-winning Hail Mary pass to DJ Moore versus the Packers. Walter Payton, Man of the Year, Bobby Wagner. We already talked about the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Drew, Larry, Luke, Adam Vinatieri, Roger Craig. Shout out to Joe Tooney, Bears guard. FedEx and Ground Plays of the Year, Drake Maye, Christian McCaffrey, JSN. Salute to Service, Christian McCaffrey, Art Rooney, Buda Baker, Deacon Jones, Sack Leaderwood, obviously Myles Garrett. Patriots got Josh McDaniels for AP Assistant Coach of the Year. Josh McDaniels might be the greatest offensive coordinator of all time. Like, he's in that conversation, no matter how you cut it, slice it, or dice it. Edward Callahan, Fan of the Year. Oh, yeah. And Jim Brown Award went to James Cook. Yeah. So those were the AP winners. Well deserved. The only one I disagree with, who you already know, is Drake Maye. It's time we have a conversation about Cooper Flag and how he's going to be better than Luka Doncic. I'm telling you that right now. He's going to do more for the Mavs than Luka ever did. He's going to break all them records Luka got. I'm pretty sure he's going to shatter all of them. The potential I see in Cooper Flag, this man can be, dare I say, he could be looked at as a Kawhi Leonard-esque player in the league. We're talking about a guy who's a mix of AK with Scotty, AK-47, Andre Kurlenko. The man is 6'9", got a long wingspan. I think he got like a 7'1", 7'2" wingspan. He can basically guard 1 through 4, 1 through 5, depending on who the 5 is. We're talking about a guy who's carrying the Mavs. He's the best scorer on the team. He's the best playmaker, facilitator, and defender on this Mavs team, carrying this team as a rookie, doing everything he can. And the man's only 19 years old. He's the youngest player in NBA history to record 4 straight 30 balls. He's the first rookie since Michael Jordan in 85 to record 4 straight games with 30-plus points and 5 rebounds. And he's the first rookie since AI in 97 to record 150 points over a 4-game span. You gotta get Cooper Flag some help, because when this team, the Mavs, gets spacing around them, shooters around them, other scorers on this team, and this man really understands the game, and he gets better and reaches his prime, and his body catches up with him. Oh yeah, it's gonna be scary hours for Cooper Flag. Cooper Flag has the potential to be the best two-way player in the game, a depoy winner in this game, and an MVP caliber and an MVP winner in this game. He has I have him having a Kawhi Leonard-esque trajectory. The only difference is he'll be healthier. Because what Cooper Flag is doing should be nothing short of spectacular. Shout out to Cooper. Shout out to the Mavs. Cooper Flag is one of them I don't like. Let me add this to the stage. Cooper Flag, most points scored in an NBA game at each age. Cooper Flag, at 18, he had 42. At 19, he had 49. So at 18, 19, he had scored the most points in the NBA. The man is having historical rookie season already. He had 49 versus Charlotte, was the most by a teenager in NBA history. Then last night, oh no, that's not last night. A couple nights ago, he had, oh yeah, never mind. That was the 50 Bowl. Him and Con Knipple gonna be something special to watch for many years to come. Let me know. I got the Patriots winning the Super Bowl Sunday. Y'all know I'm picking the Pats, baby. Make sure y'all tune in. I'm gonna have a show Monday discussing the Super Bowl, everything I think about the Super Bowl, what went on with the Super Bowl. Actually, I might just have the show Sunday night right after the Super Bowl. Might have a live stream. I don't know yet, but I'll let you guys tap in, tune in. Y'all know I'm gonna tell y'all. Make sure y'all follow me. Make sure if you're on X, make sure to follow me. Retweet this, like it, quote it. Y'all know the vibes. You can find me on TikTok at Crayshot Josh, Twitter at Crayshot Josh, YouTube at J Sports Universe, and you can find me on Instagram at OGJ Sports. Make sure y'all like, follow, comment, sub. It's free 99. Doesn't cost much. I'm your favorite content creator's favorite content creator, your favorite TikToker's favorite TikToker. Now I'm your favorite person's favorite person. Y'all know the vibes. Y'all take care. I will see y'all after the Super Bowl because you know we got to talk about who wins, lost. We're going to talk about everything Super Bowl related. I'm out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Y'all know the vibes, man.